Yo, what's going on, guys? Frankietrades here, bringing you another new video. Before we dive deep into the stock watch list, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. 200 subs away, less than 200 subs away actually from 1,000 subscribers. So let's go ahead and push it and try to get to that point. But before we dive deep into the watch list, we're going to be going over the economic calendar. So as far as big news goes and what days are important, Monday is pretty dead, not too much going on there. Tuesday, we have consumer confidence and new home sales at 10 a.m. Eastern to look out for. On Wednesday, we have durable goods at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, but that's about it for Wednesdays. Thursday, we have GDP and jobless claims at 8:30 a.m. Eastern and pending home sales at 10 a.m. Eastern. So not a little bit more news on Thursday, and then Friday is actually the big one with international trade in goods at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and then personal income and outlays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern as well. So that could affect the market. And then we also have, which are the important ones, Chicago PMI at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, and then consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. Eastern on Friday. So Friday seems to be the biggest day as far as news goes and as far as the market and how it could be volatile. So Friday is definitely going to keep an eye out for that and seeing what setups could be provided with that alongside it. But besides that, that's about it. One thing I do want to say before we dive into the watch list is with tech earnings around the corner, and most of the stocks that I trade are under the NASDAQ. A lot of the setups are going to be a lot choppier. There won't be as many clean setups, but of course, I'm still going to be providing you guys with the best setups that I see personally that I'm going to be taking or be looking forward through the week. I'm still going to be providing those, but it will be a lot slower. We won't have those, that average, 6 stocks or more, or setups to look forward to into Monday or even on the week. But besides that, let's go ahead and dive deep into NQ. So first things first, we actually already charted this, I think the week prior, 2 weeks prior. Really not too much going on in NQ here. Really all I'm looking at, and I've talked about these levels multiple times now, is I'm going to be looking at 14,700, 14,600, and below 14,600, we actually have like a 30-point gap left down to 14,571. So we have that, but since we are leaning more towards the downside, that is what I'm going to be looking forward to. But yeah, that is about it for NQ though. There really isn't any trend lines or any patterns that I see that could get in the way for us. So looking pretty bearish on the week. So it doesn't mean that I'm expecting bearish sentiment, but with what the chart is showing me and with the setups that I have, that I'm hoping those plays come to my play. So but next up is ES. ES here is a big one. We can see here on the 1 hour that I am looking at is, let's see, we are currently looking at 43.50, which is where the gap starts right here at this yellow line that I have on my chart. And then after 43.50, I'm looking at 43.27 and then 43.10 with this $40 gap in between here. So lots of room down here if ES decides to be smooth. Hopefully it is. You never know with how it could react around these levels. But, we did get a clean rejection off of this gap start at 43.50. So that's something I'm going to be looking forward to on that. But yeah, same story as NQ, not that many trend lines that get in the way, no patterns that I see that, that could make the downside even more sus than what it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the downside this week. That's where most of the subs are provided at, so I'll be looking forward for that. Now, as far as the stocks go, which I know you guys are excited about, the first things first is Apple. Apple, I am currently looking at the 1 hour time frame, and the first level I'm looking at is 173.50. After that, I'm looking at 173. There's a consolidation around this 173.50 level that you guys can see that's been holding. Triple bottom now at this point, quadruple bottom, whatever you want to call this kind of bottom at this point. But you could see that it's consolidating above this level. So my way in plan on taking this is if the market is strong, or the market sentiment overall is strong and Apple tends to stay weak, then that could be a potential way to take Apple, because if Apple's already weak and the market sentiment decides to turn weak or consolidating while Apple's making these moves downwards, it's only going to complement Apple to make these moves happen. So that's my plan on taking Apple there. Next up is Meta here. Meta, not too much going on. It is a lot further away because of the blow off top we had on Friday with the momentum shift dying on it, but I am looking at 305. Then after 305, I'm looking at 306. After 306, I'm looking at 308 here at this high of this candle. After 308, I'm looking at 310. We have this 1 hour downtrend that we have that I plotted, so it's something to look forward to. Like I said, it is pretty far away, and it's not one of those choppier stocks that I'm not really a big fan of, but I do like it on the main watch list with the kind of momentum it could provide on, you know, maybe a Wednesday through Friday kind of play. Maybe on a Monday, Tuesday, I'm not a big fan of it because those contracts move not as volatile as those days, but you guys have that to look forward to. But I wouldn't be playing the trendline break. I'd be using the trendline break as confirmation if it holds above, and then 305 as my potential play, or even 306 if it's getting a little too sketchy. So that is about it for Meta. Next up is NVDA. NVDA is actually pretty secure. There's actually two ways we can play this, which makes this pretty exciting depending on where it opens up tomorrow, and that's the key. You know, that's the key part that we're in right now. But I am looking at either 421 to the upside. You guys can see we have a double top here, or I am looking at 412 to the downside. Yes, we've already messed with it before, but we have around a $4 gap here to the downside. I'd be looking at 412 as a potential area to take this, and then 410 as a scalp, and then we have room down to 408 on this, even 407 here with the low it made on after hours on Thursday. So two ways we can play this, upside or downside. I don't care which side comes as long as it makes sense and the sentiment behind it makes sense with the market, whether that be it's strong with it, it's strong while the market's weak, or vice versa. So that's the way I'm looking at taking the video. So next up, and last but not least actually, is Tesla. And honestly, the only potential play that I see on Tesla is on the downside, because obviously we're a little bit far away from 260 or anything like that, even 280 on its own. So all that upside stuff is way out of the picture. But first things first is, let me put this on the 1 hour time frame. I'm looking at 243 as a potential play. If it zooms in on here, there we go. Looking at 243 as a potential early entry. The only way I take 243 as an entry, I made this clear to my charting session chat yesterday in stock hours, is that the only way I potentially take an early entry on this is if Tesla is weak ahead of the market. So meaning, again, if the market tends to consolidate or, you know, move upwards or rebound back to the upside while Tesla stays weak or consolidating at a certain low or not even making highs on the day, then that could give me a sign that, hey, Tesla's weak here. It might be worth watching here at 243 as a potential early entry. But if you want to play completely safe, 242 is the real entry to take on this. And then after 242, I have room down to 240. So yeah, that is about it, guys. Short weekly watch list, not too much going on. News-wise, we do have a bit of stuff going on, though. So market could be waiting on that. But I know tech earnings being around the corner, it's going to be a lot slower for these stocks making any drastic moves until those earning call-outs come out. So, but with that more being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm out and helps the channel grow to be better. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy your week and be safe. So peace out.